So, I have been working on my money mindset, on my money beliefs, and on elevating my state of being and that relationship that I have with the energy of money. Like I'm sure that a lot of you have as well. I do think it's an endless process of deconditioning all of the beliefs that are not serving us and that are causing a reality of scarcity in our lives. And I wanted to share with you a realization that I had about money and the way we work around our money mindset recently in my own journey. You might be over this might be obvious to you, but if you are working on elevating your money mindset, on opening up the doors to abundance in your life, then this might be helpful for you. It certainly has been helpful to me. It's a shift in perspective. And so I think that a lot of the times, one of the things that we have most ingrained is that there's a structure in our society where there is something that we do to get money. And even though we see that there are people who get money in different ways, like winning the lottery or getting when their parents die, they get, I don't have the word right now, but they get money from their parents, or their parents have a lot of money and they don't have to work for it. But I believe in our minds, we feel like those are the minority of people, and it might be the minority of people. So we have this very, very ingrained concept that money comes from work. And so when we're working towards bringing in more abundance in our lives, we right away believe that it's a problem that we have to fix, that it's something that we have to do in order to bring in more money into our lives. And the truth is that the two things are very unrelated. Yes, you will see that when you have a job or maybe you have your own business, maybe the more you work or the more you sell, the more money you bring in. There is definitely a relationship there between those two things. But in and of themselves, they are their own energy, what you do for work and money. And I think that it's so important to understand that, because when we just think that money, we need to fix this problem of work and figure out what we're going to do here to bring in more money, we are looking at it as a problem that we have to fix, and we're limiting ourselves to say money is going to come this way in my life. Money is going to come from this service that I'm providing, from selling these goods that I'm making, or from, getting a raise at my corporate job or whatever. But we're limiting where the money is going to come from. When actually, if we work on our money mindset, and by money mindset, I know that's kind of like an overused term right now, but what I mean is just like realizing that we're the ones that usually limit our abundance with our beliefs, and we're limiting how much can come in. And the more we clear those beliefs, the more that abundance can come into our lives. When we work on just this part, there's a million of things that can happen that will bring that abundance into your life. That might not be related to your job, or it might be related to your job and something happening in that field of your life or aspect of your life where suddenly you can let in some more money. But a lot of the times, and I want you to think about it like this, there are so many doors and doorways that you can open in your life. And each one of these doors, like imagine in front of you all of these doorways, and each one of these doors can be opened, and through each one of these doors, money can come in. And there are so many different ways, honestly. And a lot of them don't even involve you working. And it's hard for the mind to conceive that, because we've always heard, a lot of us have these beliefs that are around the idea that making money is hard, that hard work brings money, that success brings money, and then we have these ideas about success, right? So here is my 2 cents for you. Here is my recommendation and what has worked for me. in this voyage that I actually believe has been going pretty well with me. I've actually really turned around my money situation in the past year. And it is this: work on your job field or your work field separately to your money field. So you want to be working in your job. You don't want the focus to be to make more money, because that's going to derail you from doing the most fulfilling thing you can do in your life. And we're at a point in our in our humanity and moving forward where it's more and more important that we are spending our time and energy on things that we are passionate about, that we like doing, that we believe in. That's super important. So if you focus on money on this aspect, that's going to derail you from what you really want to be doing. It's going to derail you from feeling fulfilled and feeling happy. Focus on your money mindset as a one thing standing on its own. And I do this by always having a book that I'm reading related to that. Right now, I'm rereading Happy Money. Oh my goodness, I forgot the author. I'm super bad at authors. But if you want to know the author, just put a comment and I'll tell you. It's a Japanese author that is just expressing so nicely this concept of money in a different way, has really landed for me in Happy Money. And so I'm working on just ridding myself of limiting beliefs regarding money. I'm working on gratitude towards money. I'm looking at the energy money differently in my life, on realizing all the abundance I already have, but I'm not doing it being like, okay, I'm gonna bring in all this money through my business, because that puts this unnecessary control on this part of my life, and it limits also all these other ways that now, because I know I live in this quantum field, I know that money could come in, that I don't even have to worry about like thinking about what are the possible ways, because I just know there are infinite possible ways. So really think about, work on your money mindset, do it, but do it separately. Just work on money. Just be like, I am abundant and I have everything I need, and then pick up books about money that resonate with your soul and work on what those professionals or what those authors or whoever you're called to learn from are telling you regarding money. Work on that on its own, and you will see, I'm telling you, you will see that just by shifting your mindset, you are going to be shifting how much is coming into your life and how abundant you feel without even having to change these variables in this side of your life. And I think that is such a valuable lesson regarding money and money mindset, because you realize that it's not dependent on what you do. It's really about the way you are perceiving and the way you are interacting with the energy field of money, because it's just like anything else. We encounter, it's a relationship where you have to be working on your relationship without thinking that it's bad, or without feeling guilty when you spend it, without feeling guilty when you make it, and all of the things. And you'll see that just by working on that relationship, this side is going to give you more, and you're going to have other doorways that are going to give you more. And it's a really valuable lesson to see that the more is not coming from changing your behavior or changing some behaviors regarding money, but not changing what you do in your work, or thinking with your mind about other income streams or whatever, or manifesting and saying I'm gonna make money this way, I'm gonna win the lottery. It's more about the more you change your perception and your relationship with money, the more it's just gonna come into your life. So that's something that I've been really pondering lately, something that I'm doing in my life. So I'm reading my books and just being thankful for all the money's coming in. A really good tip I've been taking is just being so grateful when money comes in, because then I know this money is happy money, because it's money that's coming from someone that really wants to pay me because they really want my services. And I'm happy while I'm doing that job. And so happy money is just so valuable, because it means that energy exchange is making a positive shift in the world, and it makes me feel good about receiving that money. And then I go to the supermarket and I worry about, or I am intentional about feeling good about spending that money. I think about where it's going. I try to put it into local things and stuff like that. So I can give you more of the money tips I've learned if you want to. Do leave a comment below if that's something that you would like to learn more about. But for today, I just wanted to tell you about that separation that for me has become so important. I hope that you enjoyed this little tip about money mindset.